Katerina is a college student. 2 months ago she moved to a provincial town with her Greek mother. Her father, an Albanian, was killed in an industrial accident in Athens last year. Her mother decided to return to her hometown when one of her relatives got her a job at a local store. At her school in Athens she received racist comments from various students, but her friends protected her effectively. Most were daughters of immigrants, one supporting the other. Things were not perfect, but they were not too bad. However, the situation in this small town is very different. The few children of immigrants have no desire to hang out with her. She has moved in the middle of the school year and all the other children have already made friends. They do not seem willing to accept the newcomer. Only Nick wants her friendship and talks nicely of her. Nick is a good boy. But most people treat her as an outsider. They also laugh at her because of her origin. Some girls call her names as well. Especially Anita and Natasha. As if she did something bad to them. On the contrary, she is very cautious, she does not give them any rights. She is very careful of what she says. Maybe it is because she is a very good student. Perhaps they are jealous of her. Besides, as her friends in Athens used to say, she is a beautiful girl. Maybe that is why they dislike her even more. Anita and Natasha cannot pick on her much during lessons. Teachers tell them off immediately. But they find her during the break and make her life difficult. They call her useless, they yell at her, they curse. They have her do various errands and show obedience, and she obliges them, hoping they might stop. They do not even let her go to the toilet without harassing her. They follow and blackmail her. Last week they beat her twice in the toilet. Now every time the bell rings, her heart is tightened. She lives a nightmare. The final stroke was given yesterday. She answered a difficult question at maths, a question no one else knew, and Vangelis opposite her whispered, "You should not talk since you have not a father." The words were like a stab in her heart. The two girls have heard of it and they keep repeating it ever since. Her mother, on the other hand, is having a good time in her homeland. She may even find an old love to marry. For Katerina, however, things are difficult. And it will keep getting worse. She feels she cannot take it anymore, but she cannot tell anyone. The two girls have threatened to do much worse if she dares to speak out. That is why she has taken this decision. The only way to get out of this unbearable situation is suicide. She has thought out every detail. She is going a little further out of town, where our stream passes. The bridge is high enough, the rocks are sharp, the water is rushing this time of year. So she posts on Facebook one last time. She skips all the abusive messages she has received, she addresses a bitter farewell to her torturers, she tidies up her room. Her mother is going to be late again today. She leaves a simple note to her and prepares to leave the house in tears. She has barely opened the door when she comes face to face with Nick and her mother. Nick saw her post on Facebook and immediately understood. Her behavior lately has made him suspect she was up to something. He immediately called at the store and shared his fears with her mother. In a few minutes, they were both outside the door. All three shed tears of joy. Katerina's mother holds her tight in her arms. They talk for hours. They persuade her that they love her. They persuade her to react, to tell the teachers. To not let these girls have their way. The next day Katerina goes back to school and back to life. At first she ignores any insults. When they continue, Having the support of some students Nick introduced her to, she goes to the teacher's room determined to speak out.